Hello fabulous humans, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then well, hello, how you doing? Welcome. You've just slipped into the most fabulous place on YouTube, and I am so happy to have you here. Well, now that I have you here and now that I have your attention, you need to, number one, subscribe to the channel, become part of the Glitter and Glam Squad so we can shine together. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will always be notified when I upload a new video. And last but not least, hit the thumbs up button so YouTube knows that little old me, I need a little shiny, 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 yeah. Ooh, all of these winnings in this YouTube streets, okay? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot to me and I truly, truly appreciate you. Thank you. Now, today's video is all about long-lasting fragrances. These are fragrances that when you put them on, especially when you put them on your clothes too, they ain't going nowhere. So if you're like me and you want your fragrance to last all day, I'm talking days and days and days on your clothes and not go nowhere. So when you open your closet, you're like, what's going on? Then say no more. Stick around.
That night I said I was recording late. I wasn't recording late. I was just smoking, chilling, had a couple drinks.
The first long-lasting fragrance that you need to get your hands and nose on. Now for this, you need to sample. Guys will love this. This is very unisex. You have to love deep, dark scents. If you want a fragrance that's going to last for days and days and days, you cannot just play with the vanillas and think that you're going to have a fragrance that's going to last you for a day, 24 hours, 2 days, a week. No, you need to come with the heavy hitters that has the deep, dark stuff in it. And when I'm talking heavy hitter fragrance, this fragrance is gone. However, I will be getting a new bottle soon. I always say this, I'm like, the budget has been approved for me to get a new bottle of this because this is quite pricey. And this is Promis by Frederic Malle. You guys know I used to talk about this last year. This fragrance, this is not just only a money fragrance. It smells like wealth. It smells like riches. The sillage is amazing and it's gone. Because whenever we want to smell like wealth in this house, this is what we use. This is so powerful. When you have this on your clothes and your skin, I'm talking 12, 16 hours on your skin. On your clothes, I'm talking days and days and days and days. It's not going anywhere. If you do not wash your clothes and you come back and you just hang it up and you come back the next day or 2 days later, when you walk into the closet, this is all you will smell. If you use this fragrance and you leave the house, I kid you not, 5 hours later, this fragrance is going to be the fragrance that everybody else will still be smelling. Like when I use this or when my husband uses this and he leaves the house and I'm home, if I go into his closet, because we don't have the same closet, when I go into his closet, this is all I smell. I'm telling you, 5 hours later, this doesn't go nowhere. So in here, you get apples, pink pepper, and rosemary at the top. In the middle notes, you get Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, and cloves. In the base, you get cypriol oil, patchouli, castoreum, labdanum, and ambroxan. That cypriol oil is what is doing the magic. I think that's what makes this not go nowhere. But this lasts for days and days and days on your clothes, on your skin. You will smell it the next day. On your clothes, it's still there. So if you want a long-lasting unisex fragrance, if you want a fragrance for your man, you should buy this. If you want a long-lasting unisex fragrance and you're not scared, because this is not for the faint of heart, you have to sample before you buy. This is very polarizing. But Promis by Frederic Malle is the way to go. As you can see, the fragrance didn't make it in this house. It was done because that's how much we love this fragrance. So if you're familiar with Frederic Malle and the fragrances and how funky he gets, then you can blind buy this. If not, I'll say sample before you buy. The next one I have is Guidance by Amouage. As I'm shaking Guidance, I'm beginning to see where it's going, and Guidance is slowly becoming a for life fragrance of mine. This was a fragrance that I didn't like the first time I smelled it, and now I'm at that point where it's almost my signature scent. So when I go out, 8 times out of 10, if I'm going out to a party, if you invite me, it's always guidance, honey. And when I tell you, I get so much compliments. I gain subscribers from it. Like, people always ask me, well, I do gain subscribers, but most times when they ask me what I have on, I'm always like, for me to tell you, you have to subscribe to my channel. So it's also kind of giving like a hostage situation with it, because I'm like, listen, are you subscribed to my channel? Before you want me to give you this gem, you want me to tell you, and I get asked by men as well, you have to be subscribed to the channel. I just can't give you this goodie like that, okay? Not my goodies. My goodies, not my goodies. But whenever I have this on my clothes, like the last time I wore it was on a Saturday. I have that outfit hung in my closet. This is my closet, and that door right there is a closet, because that's the closet of this room, and that's where I put my coats and stuff. And sometimes if I go out for a couple of hours, I have like a mini rack in there too, that is my probation rack. Whenever I buy new clothes, I hang it on the probation rack to determine if I want to keep it or return it. So I put it on that rack. And the last time I opened the doors, all I could smell was guidance. I could still smell it. And today is, what day am I recording this? This is a Wednesday. And I wore it on Saturday, and I could still smell guidance on it. Guidance was not going nowhere. So if you want a long-lasting fragrance that's going to give you compliments, that's going to last for days and days and days on your clothes, on your skin, and you know, if you just want to wear that outfit again to another place so people won't know that you already wore it before, you can still wear it and guidance will still be on it. The next one on my list is Arabian Tonka by Montal. I hate this. I hate this. That's why I don't talk about the fragrances more, because it's so noisy. It's like that annoying friend that won't stop talking when you go out. Like, she just goes on and on and on, and you're like, shut up. That's what I get from Montal. Because when you hold the bottle, it's just like, in my ears. However, the fragrance itself, it's not going anywhere. If you put this on in the morning, at night, if you put it on like a sweater, your jacket, you will still smell this for like 4 days. No kidding. I put this on my son one day. He was going to school. I put it on his hoodie. I think it was like a jacket with a hoodie. So I put it on the hoodie and all over the jacket, and he went to school. He came back. I think that was like a Monday. And I hung that jacket because it was just a Monday. I was like, okay, Friday, I'll wash, when I do his laundry, I will wash the jackets on Friday, because you know, the jackets, you just wear it out when you're going outside and then you hang it, so it's not like he's wearing it like for hours and hours. Come Friday or Saturday, I was doing his laundry. I brought out the jacket to wash, and I lifted it up, and I got, I'm like, what did I put on here? 5 days later, and I'm still smelling this, and it hit me that it was Arabian Tonka. In here, you get saffron and bergamot at the top. In the middle notes, you get oud and Bulgarian rose. And in the base notes, you get tonka bean, you get sugar, you get amber, you get white musk, and oak moss. Smells a bit similar to Intense Cafe. I have to be honest. It smells similar to Intense Cafe, but this is more powerful. And although Intense Cafe is a very powerful fragrance, it is powerful and is long lasting. This one is more long lasting than Intense Cafe. The bottles, I don't get it. I love that they're light and easy to travel with, but the bottles are not my favorite. You know, they kind of feel a bit flimsy, and then you get this thing here that just, I'm not a fan of the bottles. I do have, 3 Montals. I wish I can get more, but the bottle is not like my favorite. However, I do like this black and gold bottle. It's kind of eaten. So the next one was a surprise for me, because the notes are not what you would expect from a long-lasting fragrance. And when I first smelled fragrances from the house, this was the second one. I was on the fence between this and Checkmate, but Checkmate just was, it got me. So the next time I got Leonara by Mind Games. Leonara is a fragrance that I never thought would last long because it's like a soft, delicate queen fragrance. For me, it's an osmanthus fragrance as well. So I never thought this will last long, but I wore this one day and I also put it on my clothes. I put it on a coat and I brought that coat out a week later and I could still smell Leonara on it. I was like, really? I was shocked because this doesn't have the composition of a long-lasting fragrance, but it does. And you guys know my bottle is signed by the perfumer. That's why I don't bring it out a lot, because I don't use it a lot, because I'm not trying to go through it. I may need another bottle, because this for me is a collector's item. So this is a fragrance that I really love. So I'm at that point where, one, I either buy another one, and this is $3.75 for a bottle, or it's also not a fragrance that is so popular enough for like the clone houses to make a clone. This fragrance is also not listed on Fragrantica, where people can tell you, oh, it smells like this fragrance I already have, because it smells like nothing I have in my collection. So can't find a clone, can't find something that smells similar because it's not on Fragrantica, and it's $3.75. So I need another bottle of Leonara, so I don't get to use this. So I've used like 90% of it, and I'm like holding on to it just because, you know, I have it signed by the perfumer. But this lasts all day. It's very long lasting. It lasts for days on days, especially when you have it on your clothes, on your skin. It would literally last you the whole day you're out, and on your clothes, days and days and days and days. The next long-lasting fragrance is by Nisha. This is Oud for Greatness. You know, if you want a long-lasting fragrance, the number one formula you need is Oud, because Oud ain't going nowhere. This here, you get nutmeg in it. I find this a little dry, so sometimes I love to sweeten it out, but this fragrance is a powerhouse. It doesn't go anywhere. It leaves a very good central. This is a great is a greatness of a fragrance, and I absolutely love it. I know Lattafa has their version, which is also great, but nothing beats Oud for Greatness, the original, in my opinion. And I love it. This is a fragrance where we have two of in this house, because I wanted mine, he wants his, because we're not sharing, and I had to get mine. And it is so stunning, and it lasts days and days and days. And another way that I love to wear my Oud for Greatness, to make it, and this, you know, will make it last longer and longer, which brings me to my next fragrance. I love to layer it with Instant Crush by Mancera. And Instant Crush by Mancera is another long-lasting fragrance. This fragrance can last you days on your clothes. It's not going anywhere. It's beast mode. It's powerful. A bit synthetic. It's either a love or hate, but for me, this is not a fragrance I wear by itself. I have to layer her. I don't think I've probably worn her by herself like once, but most times I layer Instant Crush with Oud for Greatness, or now I layer her with Grand Soir by MFK, which brings me to my next long-lasting fragrance, and that's Baccarat Rouge. Even if you don't smell her, she's still long-lasting. You may not smell her, but everybody does. And I oversprayed her one day so much, and I still couldn't smell her because I was nose blind to her. And then I went for a wedding, and after the wedding, I remember I put the clothes in my closet. The dress I wore, it was in my closet, and I went about my day. And as I opened up the closet, I was greeted with Baccarat, and this happened for like a week straight. The entire closet was Baccarat for over a week. Now, whenever I want to do, you guys know my money combo, I bring out Oud Satin Mood, and I use this. It's giving 1 week on my outfit. 1 week, it ain't going nowhere. I'm smelling like a Dubai queen, an Arabic princess. You know, I belong in the Middle East. I'll be in Qatar. I'll be in Dubai. I'm a Middle Eastern goddess with this two, and literally together, a week on your clothes is not going nowhere. It lasts long all day on your skin. These two together is a fire combo, and you need to get your hands on it. So Baccarat Rouge 540 and Oud Satin Mood, by itself or together, super long lasting. Next long lasting fragrance is a surprise to me. This was such a surprise because one, I don't like any of the fragrance from this particular line. Not the brand. I have one fragrance from the brand that I love, but from this line, I have not liked any. And that's La Vie Belle Extrait de Parfum. This fragrance is so long lasting. I put it on my outfit, and I usually wear that outfit when I'm running errands, when I'm dropping my son off at daycare, and literally 3 days later I can still smell it. I can't put any other fragrance on it because that's all I smell on that outfit. When you put this on, literally you cannot put any other thing. This is not a sweet fragrance at all, and it has incense in it, red berries. It's not sweet, and it's also oudi. She does not budge. She doesn't go nowhere. She is here to stay, and she will last for days. I'm thinking with this, so far, today's Wednesday, I used it on Monday on that outfit. I only wear it like when I'm going to drop my son and I come back, and I can still smell La Vie Belle on it, and it's like day 3. She's not going anywhere. I really love this fragrance, and so far I've been surprised at my dents. I am here right now, so I have been using her. She was a surprise hit for me. I think that this is a very well done fragrance. I never thought I would like any La Vie Belle. Out of all of them, this is the best. The only thing I would say is as it starts to dry down, that La Vie Belle thing is in there, a drop of it, and I think it's the iris. And I've realized that as much as I love this fragrance, I feel like Iris and me, we're just cordial. We're not friends, so we're definitely not best friends. We're just cordial. So in La Vie Belle, you get frankincense, red fruits, bergamot at the top. In the middle notes, you get iris, damask rose, and in the base, you get oud. And this, my dear, is a stunner. And I was wondering, let me tell you, sometimes you like a fragrance so much that you go and you be like, I wonder who created this, because this was given master, like a master perfumer. And guess what? One of my favorite perfumers ever, Dominique Ropion. He did this. He understands how to make a powerful fragrance because he did Promis by Frederic Malle as well. So this is a winner. But I feel like the dry down has iris in it. And iris and I, let me tell you, fun fact. My mom's name is Iris. But when it comes to the note of iris, I feel like we're cordial. We're not friends. We're not besties. We're cordial. But my mom's name is Iris. However, I feel like in La Vie Belle Extrait de Parfum, the iris starts to pick through. And sometimes I'm like, okay. Hello, Iris. Just stay where you at, Iris. But which brings me to my next long-lasting fragrance. And this is Acento, the original Acento by Xerjoff. Now, Acento is very powerful. She ain't going nowhere. She is strong. And it's the iris. Here in the top notes, you get pineapple and hyacinth. So it's like a burst of pineapple. In the middle notes, you get iris, jasmine, and pink pepper. And in the base, you get musk, vetiver, amber, vanilla, and patchouli. This is such a powerful fragrance. This is not going anywhere. This, I think that I have realized I need to wear this in the winter. Because in the summer, she is strong. If you have this on your clothes, she is not budging. And this is such a compliment getter. When you wear this, it's so powerful. Everyone's going to ask you what you have on. But for me, sometimes when I put it, I can't overspray because when the iris starts to pick, and let me tell you one thing about iris. Hi, Mom. Let me tell you something about this iris. Iris is strong, but I only feel iris in my left nose. This nostril right here is the one that picks up on iris. The right one is fine. So There's something in here that is in La Vie Belle, and I love both of them, but that iris gets here, and I'm like, okay, you know, that's my mom's name, so we're still gonna make it work. But this is such a long-lasting fragrance, and it doesn't go anywhere. Days and days and days, you will still smell this on your clothes, on your skin the whole day. Once you have it on, you do not need to reapply her. You do not also need to reapply La Vie Belle as well. Both of them are long lasting. Next long lasting fragrance is Ombre Nomad by Louis Vuitton. This is a powerful oud fragrance. It's more oud than rose. I love to layer this with La Sabre Rose, or in the springtime with Fenty Eau de Parfum in the spring, and in the winter I love to layer it with Intense Cafe. This, my dear, ain't going nowhere. If you put this on your clothes a couple of days, you still be smelling it. But this is a fragrance that I love to wear when I want a fragrance to last on my skin all day. I feel like on clothes, some of the ones I mentioned last longer on clothes than Ombre Nomad, but when I put this on in my skin and I'm going out, this lasts long. From like literally after hours, people will still ask you, oh, what are you wearing? You smell good. Everywhere I went to, after 8 hours, it felt like I just put it on. I was still getting compliments. 10 hours, I was still getting compliments. I'm like, after 10 hours, you're getting compliments, that's a winner. 12 hours, I was still getting compliments. I'm like, listen, it's expensive, but it's worth it. The next one is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. What I have learned right now is Dominique Ropion makes some long-lasting fragrance. Because I think right now, I'm looking at the list. I have 3 right now on the list by him. He knows what it takes to make a fragrance powerful. This is one of my favorite fragrances ever. I love to layer her sometimes with Rose and Coeur by Frederic Malle. This is such an elegant lady fragrance. It's rose, it's patchouli, it is sexy. It is, the lady that wears this, I don't think she's nice. And she's rich. She has a very good job, makes a lot of money, beaucoup money. But she's not the nicest, because she knows she's that girl. She doesn't have time for chit-chatting. She's busy making money. That's what I get from this. Such a powerful fragrance. When you put this on, it literally lasts for hours. If you're going out, you can wear this and you don't need to reapply. Once you put this on and you put a little bit of Rose and Coeur, there's no need to take a decant with you. This is not a decant. This fragrances, I'm telling you, you don't need decant with you. You just put it on and you go. And you'll be rest assured that when you get to where you're going, you spend hours there, you still smell good. So there's no reapplying over here at all. Not today. Not today. We're not reapplying. Those are some amazing long-lasting fragrances that you need to get your hands and your nose and your wallets on now. Honorable mention. The first one is Annie by Nisha. This is very long-lasting. I am so surprised because, let me tell you, I wore Annie one day. I think I was going for like a house party. I wore it on a blazer, and I was at that party, I would say 3 hours, and I came back. So I hung the blazer. I was like, do I need, whenever my husband's going to dry clean, I'll put it with his stuff and he can dry clean the blazer for me. So I put it and I hung it. And one day I didn't give it to him. I forgot. I was going out and I needed to wear my blazer, my black blazer, and I brought it out. I could not for the life of me remember what I had on. The blazer was so intoxicating. I was like, what is this? And I kid you not, this was like over a month after the party, and I could smell Annie. I had to think that day. Do you know how I remembered it was Annie? I did content that day. So I went and watched the content and I saw that I used Annie that day. I was like, oh, that was Annie. I couldn't even remember, because at that time, I wasn't getting that ginger anymore. I was getting more of the vanilla, but it was still on the blazer, and it had morphed into something exquisite. But Annie doesn't go anywhere on your clothes. You will smell it for weeks and weeks and weeks if you don't wash your clothes. wash your clothes. On your skin, it lasts literally all day. This is not a fragrance that needs reapplying. But that's it, guys. That's all I have. Those are some of the long-lasting fragrances in my collection that you need to get your hands on, your wallet on, your nose on. I will link everything down in the description box below in case you need to check it out. Let me know some of the fragrances in your collection that are super long lasting, that can last days and days and days on the clothes, and that can last all day on the skin, where we don't have to take a decant with us to reapply as we go. I would like to know below, because I love a good powerful fragrance that does not move. But yes, y'all, like I always say, in all things, what do? We add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, what do? We add more glitter. And when all else fails, your back's against the ropes, your back is against the wall, what do? I'm just gonna go through the remaining drop of Bake, the Dapper version by Acro that I have, and we will add more glitter. Oh, it's gone. The bottle is officially empty. It's empty, but guess what we're still gonna do? We're gonna add more glitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Oh, there's nothing coming out. It's gone. Uh-oh. There's